White shirts on the pitch, running fast through the night. Every heart beating loud under floodlit sky bright. So to London, stand strong. In the stands they belong. Voices echo like thunder. To the club they sing along. Up in Spurs we arise. Eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. King's fire in his eyes. Glory's what he seeks. With every goal he flies, rising to new peaks. From the lake to far and wide, with the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. From the lane to far and wide, with the pride of the fight. On this journey we'll ride, with our passion burning bright. Up in Spurs we arise, eyes on the prize. Victory in sight with all our might. With all our might. With all our might.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to THFC Till I Die, your home Tottenham past, present, and exciting future under Ange Postecoglou. And yes, we are basking in the glory, and I mean basking, of a Spurs win over West Ham. Arsenal lost last night. It's a perfect weekend. What a perfect weekend we've just had Premier League-wise. Arsenal losing, us spanking them lot from East London. We are here. But it's not all that is happening, because I have a bit of breaking news for you guys. It was meant to be a post-match show, but I have a little bit of breaking news. Now, it hasn't been announced yet. I've double-checked this with my source, and it is correct. So I shall start with this very quickly before I start bringing people in from the chat. This is the very latest I've got. Amanda Staveley's purchase of a 12.5% stake in Tottenham is imminent. Now, this could actually be confirmed at any time. But as us being us here in THFC till we die, we like to be ahead of the curve. We like to be ahead of the news. We always are ahead of Sky Sports. It's been reported in some tabloids, I think, this morning, or some news websites this morning. So I went to double check this and trouble check it, and absolutely checked it 20,000 times over, and my sources come back with the same news. It is true. Amanda Staveley's purchase of the 12.5% stake in Tottenham is imminent. So I don't know how much it is. I actually do know, but I cannot say yet until I get the go-ahead to give you the full figures and the full the full countdown to it. But this is all I can say. So it looks like she is going to buy some stake into Tottenham. Now, is it a starting gun for them to take over the club fully? I think it is, personally. I think they're gonna do what Levy and Enoch did, come in with a small stake and then start buying stakes off Levy and Enoch. Now, with Joe Lewis's shares being in lockdown, now his shares are not up for sale. Well, they are up for sale, but nobody can touch them because of what's happening in America. But what it explained to me is they can buy a stake, they can buy Joe Lewis's shares and have them in like an IOU. So when they do come available, they go directly to them. Now, I don't know if she's brokering the deal. I'm going to go into the chat. I know more, but I can't say more at the moment because I have signed an NDA. So this is a bit I was allowed to say. But let's welcome a few people in the chat. Big up to Mr. Wayne Bonner. Big up to you, Wayne. Hope you're doing well. Says, good afternoon, all. Hope you're all well and we're still laughing at West Ham and Arsenal. Yes, we are. I'm laughing that hard. I pissed myself while I was last time watching Match of the Day. Last night, watching them two get absolutely spanked. He also says, interesting. So he's sitting there, rubbing his chin, you know, a bit like Blofeld out of a Bond film, stroking his white cat, looking dominating the world. Interesting. If it happens, then it's a question of whether or not the money goes back in the building, the team, or outside projects. For what I do know and for what I understand, it's a bit of both. But I think it's more for outside projects than the team. But I think a little bit of it will go towards Ange and building the team. Big up to Joe as well. Is it her or is she brokering the deal for somewhere else? And then Wayne said, Joe, I believe she's brokering the deal. No, she's broken it for herself, I think, for what I'm hearing. The problem is I know so much more and I can't say until I get the go-ahead. And that's the annoying part of this. I've been sat on this now for the last 3 or 4 days and I couldn't say anything. It's really annoying. It's frustrating. But look, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I can only go what I can get the green light and when I don't. So, look, I think it's the same deal what happened up at Newcastle, personally, myself. I think she will come in. She's looking at Tottenham. And Newcastle are a big club, right, up in the northeast. But Tottenham are a better position. They're in London. We're FFP sound. We can spend up to 400 million up against FFP. And that's the one bit that worries me. Are they going to come in and not be prudent in how they spend the money? Now, 12.5% is nothing. It is nothing. It's just a small stake, but it's a start and gun for them. And for me, I think this has got legs in it. I think this will turn into a full takeover eventually. But I think they had to come in somewhere along the line. So once I get full confirmation and the figures and everything, guys, I will bring it to you first. But this is the bit of the breaking news I got for you this morning. I got this about 10 o'clock this morning. So, guys, this is the latest news I've got. Amanda Staveley's purchase of 12.5% stake in Spurs is imminent. So that is looking like it's going to happen. Well, let's get back onto the game yesterday. Of course, we did beat West Ham 4-1. This is the post-match show. From on Thursday, we are going to do every post-match show after the game. Yesterday was just an exception. We've had very heavy winds here in Ireland. We've got a storm, Ashland, coming through us. So it's basically, you know, the internet's been a bit iffy yesterday. It seems to be working all right at the moment. So I'm going with it as much as I can go. Of course, we did beat them 4-1. Gerard says, how much is the invest? I can't say at the moment. This is the problem. This is the problem, Gerard. I could only come out. I was allowed to say that bit, but all the rest of it, I can't say unless I get the go-ahead. Because then I'll get my source into trouble, and I'll get into trouble. Now, I think you can put 2 and 2 together. I think if you... Let's put it this way. Go with the figure you've read and you've seen in the paper and sort of gone along them lines. Gerald, if you know what I'm getting at. And I don't think she'll have a specific role. That's yet to be confirmed. But I do believe it's the start of a full takeover in Spurs. I do believe this is the start of her and the Saudi Arabian, one of them billionaires taking over Tottenham Hotspur. Now, where I'm not happy that we're going to get Saudi money. I'm not. And it's only to do with how I feel that it's an unfair advantage. You look at Manchester City, you look at other clubs that are owned by state-owned oil companies. And where I do believe we need to push on now, and I do believe Levy's taken us as far as he can take us. I believe he has a problem of letting go. He's invested so much into the club with the new stadium, the training facilities, the off-field marketing. And I think he's a bit to be fair, I think he's a bit of a control freak that he won't let go of the club. Now, if somebody comes in and offers him $4.5 billion, I'd say he'll take it. That's just my opinion. But there is fans that will take anyone bar Levy. And where I do believe that a new owner is needed, I do believe that we need to move on now. We need to move on. We need to go up the next step in the evolution of the club. I do believe that Levy's tenure has now probably run its course because he's looked at it as a business. And we should be looking at it as a football club. As I said the other night, we are a football club. I don't mind the other businesses. I don't mind the concerts or the boxing matches or the F1 or the NFL. It doesn't bother me. As long as that money goes back into the team, that's all I want it to do. And it is a business model that it is going to go down. Other clubs will follow in 4 or 5 years' time. I think we're ahead of the curve on that. But first and foremost, we're a football club. We're a football club that hasn't won anything since 2008. And I think it's now time to put the football club first and put the business side of the club second. I think it's time now that somebody comes in. Now, if they want to follow the Man United route, I'd be happy with that. Leave Daniel Levy to do the business side. He's great at the business side. He's great at that side. He's great at doing business deals. He's great at bringing in investment into the club. Grant, do that. But put somebody in that wants the football club to do well. Put football people in charge of football business. And the only thing that worries me, it goes down again, if Amanda Stavely comes in, will she want her own man in? And the answer to that is probably yeah. She probably want Eddie Howe in. I don't want Eddie Howe at the club. Tequila put in a very good name the other night. And I think Tequila's point was a very good one the other night. And I wish he put it in again. I forgot the name he mentioned. If you can put it into the chat, I would be very grateful because I feel I love Ange. I'm Ange. We saw it yesterday, Ange Ball. That's what it means to me. But if somebody new comes in, who do we want else to take over? They may not want Ange, so I do not want Eddie Howe at the football club. Let's welcome a few more people into this chat. We've got Sabir Mohammed, big up, sir. Great to see you. This famous and huge football club needs someone to fulfill its potential. Levy isn't taking us any higher. Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. And look, I've said Tequila's been schooling me on this Levy thing, and he really has been schooling me because I look at it one way. And look, me and Tequila are long-time fans, and we both love the club. But Tequila's, I think, for me, Tequila's way on this Levy thing is more sensible than mine. I'm looking at it more from a probably outside the box, where me and Tequila have debates about this and we talk about this. And one of the things Tequila says to me is right. And he is right in what he's saying about Daniel Levy. And he's spot on about what he said. Him and me can have a debate and we can probably disagree on half the things. But at the end of the day, I think Tequila hits the nail on the head when he says Daniel Levy's only in there for Daniel Levy. And I think he's right on that. I'm not Levy out and I'm not Levy in. And I always will be criticising when he does bad and praising when he does good. But I think now he's got to put the football club first. He's got to back Ange all the way. He's got to back Ange with the players and give them the tools to do the job to make it successful. And I think this is what we've got to do now. And then maybe with this investment coming in with Amanda Stavely coming in, and 12.5% isn't going to get you anything. It's only going to get your foot in the door. And for me, personally, I think that foot in the door is what Levy and Enid did back in 91. And they're going to do what Levy and Enid did, double up all the shares to a full takeover. Now, to any Levy out or people don't like Daniel Levy, it's probably a good thing. And I probably would agree with them. that I think Daniel Levy's taken the club as far as he can take it. I don't think he can take it any further. He's not acting as a football owner. He's acting as an accountant and a businessman, which you cannot do in football. I understand we cannot compete with the likes of Man City because they're owned by an oil-rich nation. And if you did try to compete with them, you probably end up going bankrupt. And we've been there before, guys, back in the late 80s, early 90s with Ivan Scholar. So I don't really want to go back there again. What I want is somebody to come in and put the football club first, to put the football inside first. And that's what I want. I want us to win trophies. I want us to win something. I want us to become better than what we are. Do you know, it really pains me to see Arsenal up there in the league or Chelsea winning something or other teams winning trophies when we should be winning them ourselves. And we cannot keep going on like this. We are so behind footballing wise from other nations, from other teams. It's unreal. And yes, we've got a good team now. Well, why can we not have done this under Pochettino? Why can we have not done this when we were top of the league with Mourinho, given the centre-backs he wanted, given the players he wanted? Nuno is just a nightmare. Nuno is a garden gnome, always will be a garden gnome, and never be anything else but a garden gnome. Conte was only there for Conte, for his own self and his own money. Couldn't give a shit about the football club. Pochettino and Postecoglou cares about the club. He does care. But Daniel Levy, as much as he's built a fantastic new stadium, give me White Hart Lane any day. And I've said this before and I say it again. Give me White Hart Lane anymore and give me a load of trophies. I would take that all day long. But football isn't like that anymore. Football is a business. Football is run by business people that want to make enough money out of their investment. They don't buy a football club to be successful. They don't buy a football club to see them win trophies. People buy football clubs to make money. And that's what it is. Football has turned into a business. It's not a working man's game anymore. It's not a game where the likes of us can go and enjoy it. And football has changed so much over the last 20 years, 30 years since the Premier League come in. It's become a business, and people are going to come in like the Daniel Levy, the likes of the Glazers, and likes of people like that. They're going to run it as a business. And for me, this is where I think we've lost sight of what the game is about. The game is about glory. The game is about success. The game is about winning trophies. It's not about having the biggest bank balance. It's not about, oh, I've hit the right dividends or I've hit this. I want somebody to come in to put the football club first and back the manager with the players he wants to make our team successful. And that's what I want. And I think we all agree with that. Let's go through here. Big up to Tequila. Listen, man, I hope you're feeling all right. I know COVID is a bitch. I've had it 3 times. I know this is the first time you've had it, and look, I hope you, and I miss you. I miss my wingman. I miss my wingman. He's the only one that keeps me sensible. I'm going delusional without you, Tequila. I can't wait till you're back. Joe says 12.5% won't get an input or could no, but get a foot in the door. Wayne said, Tequila, I'd rather not. How are you doing? I've avoided COVID for 5 years, Wayne, then landed it on my face, kicking my ass, Wayne. But yeah, look, Tequila. So, look, I hope you're well, man. I do, and I miss you. We all do miss you. I can barely remember what I did. Yeah, I have that problem. It's called getting old. Big up to Wayne Bonner. Ouch, Tequila. I got covered with it in 2020. Hated it as I had to miss time from work. The good thing it passed. Yeah, it will pass. It will pass. Big up to Carl Jeffries. Hi, mate. Hope you're doing well, Carl. I haven't seen you before, so please hit the like button and the subscription button if you can. It really would actually do a lot for the algorithm. Big up Knight of Republic as well. Agree. Yeah, he agree. He is a businessman. He is. And that's what he is. He is a businessman. And he won't put the foot. He's not a footballer, man. Never has been, never will be. Carl Simpson, don't get me excited on a Sunday. Carl, it's easy to get you excited. You know that. Big up, cheers, mate. Not bad. Ass kicking as good in many years. We've got Matthew. Big up, Matthew. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing well. He said, hello, Dermot. Hello, Matthew. Hope you're doing well in India. Hope the weather is treating you. It's blowing a gale out there. If you were to wear a wig, you would lose it. Carl Simpson's landed. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. We've got the killer. Yeah, man. The crack on. Oh, Jesus. I don't know where to go with this. You two are the nightmare for the. Anyway, COVID is a nightmare. I called it a couple of times. It does knock you for six. It really does. I can see Conte doing really well at Napoli. We're being a bit unfair on his loyalty and credentials. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. You're telling me I'm a diabetic as well, and was taken to. Oh Jesus, to Gilly, you didn't tell me that. I hope you're all right. Yeah, I hope you are all right, man. Yeah, that's sort of knocked me to six. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, man. Yeah, I hope you're well, man. Neil Shafton, big up, Neil. Hope actually the current state of the new era of ownership is more like additional assets. That is more like a status symbol, not so much a money maker. You can't be in the club if you don't own the team. And mind you, that's true. Apparently, Staveley has incredible health problems she is suffering with. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. That is what I'm hearing too. But look, when you got Saudi Arabian backing, you're gonna, of course, you can do what you want. Shit, mate. Hope you're feeling better. I'm the same with my asthma. You have to be, and I suffer with my health as well. And look, my heart goes out to you, Tequila, and I hope you're feeling well. If you need anything, you know where we are. We're all here for you, man. We're all behind you 100%. Wayne Bonner, damn Tequila. Hope you're getting a proper ass kicking then. I don't know what they're making that. London is all about location financially. That's why Levy's bringing all this other stuff. And that has something to do with it as well, actually. It does. London is, you know, the capital of England. It is the biggest capital, probably one of the capitals of the world. And when you buy a London club, you're not just buying it, you're buying the location as well. So who knows? Who knows? Always when it affects breathing, but it does. It affected my breathing very badly when I got it. Knocked me out for nearly 8 months with it. Staveley has uncurable disease that will cause her death years from now. Yeah, that's what I've heard as well now. It's very sad. Also very sad about Chris Hoy as well. Hearing he's got terminal cancer. The cyclist. I think it was 4 or 5 time Olympic champion, so he's not well as well. So my heart goes out to him and his family. That was unexpected. Big up John Fitzpatrick. Hope you're doing well. He says, what's the breaking news? Well, this is the breaking news. John, I'll bring it up for you again. Amanda Staveley's purchase of a 12.5% stake in Tottenham is imminent. So it could happen anytime. I was given this news this morning, so I was allowed to run with it. There is more to it, and I can't sort of say them because of the NDA. But once I get permission to give out more news on it, I will do. I just don't want to get in trouble. Our sources get into trouble, or I get into trouble because of it. Big up to Neil Shafton. Where are the big talk? Where are the big talk and other team for North London today? Seemingly awful quiet here. That could be overdose on cherries or choking on the pits, probably both. That word wasn't in there. LOL. Well, okay, just they're talking to each other. And cheers, Wayne. Yeah, that is the breaking news. Well, listen, let's get on with the game yesterday because we did play West Ham United at home. It was a good win as well, 4-1. We were 1-0 down very early. Equalised from Kulu, second half, 3 quick goals in the space. A space of, I think, 20 minutes. We went 4-1 up. And a good win as well. And it was a good win to put the Brighton game into our rear view mirror and move on from it now. And we've got to build on this now. We've got a game on Thursday against AZ in the Europa League. We also now got Crystal Palace away and then Man City home in the League Cup. So we've got a few important games coming up in the next few days, weeks or so. The match official, of course, Andy Madley. Craig Person was the 4th official. Chris Kavanagh was a VAR and the assistant was Matt White. And the referee yesterday didn't do too bad, actually. I thought he had a good game. But how the hell he missed the sending off of Kudus putting hands on 2 people's faces is beyond me. It really is beyond me. But look, VAR, so it's the only time VAR has gone for us, actually. But look, it is what it is. But, you know, officials are officials. They're VAR run the game and they're the VAR, they're the referee, how the referee the game. It's not them running it themselves. The Tottenham goals yesterday, Kulu, of course, on 36 minutes. Then we had Basuma with his belter in 52. The West Ham goalkeeper scored an own goal in 55. And then Sonny, Captain Fantastic, then on the hour mark, got his goal. So it was a good start, good all-round performance from Spurs because Kudus put West Ham ahead after 18 minutes. This is my sort of, maybe you guys will have your own thoughts on the ratings, but these are my ratings. I give Vicario an 8. I give the back 4 Porro an 8. I give Van de Ven an 8.5. Romero an 8.5. I give Destiny 7.5. I don't think Destiny was that good yesterday. I don't think he was at his best. Had some good moments, but for me, not great. I will give Basuma an 8 as well. I thought he was absolutely fantastic yesterday. I thought he really did well. Maddison, for me, the picture of Maddison sitting on the bench looking like a spoiled brat, I think it's quite. I will get the picture. I will find it and I will put it in tomorrow's show. But if you look at it, it looked like a 4-year-old had just been told off and he had to sit in the naughty step. He looked pissed. And he was taken off for tactical reasons. That was it. It really was it. And for me, I don't think he's been playing well. But look, what can you do? What can you do? Now, Kulu, for me, that's supposed to be a 9. He got man of the match from me. I know Sonny got man of the match, but Kulu, instead of that 8, supposed to be a 9. But for me, he was brilliant yesterday. Absolutely brilliant yesterday, Kulu. And he's been fantastic since we've moved him into that position. He's been absolutely fantastic. And I love Kulu. I love Kulu. Love the way he's playing. He's just a different player altogether. Brennan Johnson, my man, another good performance from him. Should have got a couple, had a couple of chances, didn't take them, but he's riding on confidence at the moment. Solanke, he got an 8 as well. He did well yesterday, come off the pitch for Richie to come on. But I think Solanke did well. He comes deep. He's playing a team game, so he's doing well. He just needs a couple of goals now to get his confidence up higher. And once he gets that, I think you see him flying. We've got Sonny as well, coming back after injury. Good hour, good 70 minutes from Sonny yesterday. He's 8.5. Took his goal well. Should have got 2, but the first one he scored was giving us an own goal. But for me, it was a good all-round performance yesterday. Even when the substitutes came on, it didn't stop us from playing. We totally dominated West Ham. So, and we changed it around a little bit in the second half. But I think the change with Maddison for Sarr was that was the changing point for me. It wasn't working. we were being torn to shreds with the 210s. It just doesn't work. So I think you've got to have a number 6 and a number 8 and a 10. So that's Basuma, Sarr, and Kulu. I think that's your midfield tree. That's for me. I think Maddison, he's fine for his place now. He's not in an England squad. And that should give him the motivation to really play well. But when we had 210s, it showed on Match of Day last night. When we had 210s, it didn't work. Once we put Papasara in there as a number 8, had Basuma as a 6, and Kulu as a 10, it worked. We had more balance in our midfield. And that's why I think we dominated the game so much. But big up to the absolutely over the moon with that, beating West Ham 4-1. This was the stats from yesterday. 57.6 possession to 42.4 for Tottenham. For West Ham, 7 shots on target, 4 for West Ham, 22 in total for Spurs, 11 in total for West Ham, 677 touches to 562, 474 passes. We outpassed them, outtouched them. Tackles 29 to our 26, 26 clearances to our 13. We smashed them on corners. 2 offsides as well, 1 yellow card to the tree, 1 red card for West Ham, that was Kudus, and then 15 fouls conceded to our 10. So, do you know what I mean? We are doing well. This is what Ange said after the game. He said we had to fight hard in the first half. Going to go down wasn't ideal, but we clawed our way back into it. And it's not easy. West Ham are a big physical side, and they've got some speed as well. Second half, we were outstanding. We upped the tempo. We played some quality football, defended when we needed to, and got our finishing right. And that's what it is all about. It's about finishing, taking our chances, which we did yesterday. And if we took our chances, I think from the start of the season, we would be a lot higher in the league and a lot better in position. Man of the match, of course, the Premier League vote for Sonny. Look, for me, I don't agree with it. I think it's Kulu. But this was his stats. He had 1 goal, no assists, 2 shots on target, big chances created, none, key passes 2, successful dribbles 1. Kulu did a lot more. So, do you know what I mean? It's for me, should have been Kulu. This was the vote on this one side. Bring this up. It's actually how the Premier League vote, and this was the top 10. And Sonny had 51.9% of the votes, and Kulu only 21.2. So I don't know what game people were watching yesterday, but for me, Kulu should have been man of the match. And this is the Premier League table, because Tottenham are in 7th, 2 wins in the last 5. Liverpool now are clear at the top by a point. Now, this might change because the Man City result, this table was done yesterday. So we know Arsenal lost, so they haven't moved up. You know, it will, we will. This was yesterday after the Spurs game, but we were up to 7th, 4 wins, 3 defeats and 1 draw. We've got a good goal difference, but only 2 wins in our last 5 in the Premier League. We need to go starting on a bit of a winning streak now, guys. That is all what, look, for me, it was a good win. And that's what it's all about. Let's go back to the chat, guys, and let's bring a few people in. Let's see now. Where were we? Oh, yeah. That picture of Levy, I'm making me like, yeah, I'm glad you find it funny. I actually found it the other day. And I couldn't resist in using it because I just thought, do you know what? It would make you laugh. I thought that would actually be your sort of thing. So that's why I put it up there. So I'm glad you find it funny. Luke Chapman, Northampton Town 1, Leighton Orient 0. Ooh, Daniela won't be happy with that 1-0 defeat to Northampton Town. Tequila says, I approved it. I approve. Let's find the worst picture of him and use it. I'm glad you do improve. I'm glad it's making you giggle too, man. It was a good second half against West Ham. Now the team need to not dwell in it, move on and start. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. We need to start getting consistent results. Before we go on, guys, can you do me a favor? Could you hit the like button, hit the subscription button as well if you can. Also, in the description is our sponsor. This channel, this show is being sponsored by Private Internet Access, the best VPN around. €43 for 2 years. You get 4 months free. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a little video that goes with it. So give you a bit of an understanding of what we are doing. So let me get the video. If I can find it. Sorry about the wind. We're going through, there's a bit of a storm running through Ireland at the moment. Oh, here it is. And here we go. Yes, this is our channel sponsor, Private Internet Access, the best VPN company around. Now, as you can see, without the VPN, you through the internet, it goes to three people: hacker, government, corporate. So they all get information. Once you use private internet access, it doesn't go anywhere. It just goes from you to the internet. It doesn't go anywhere. It's kept safe. You can use it on your phone as well, guys. You can use it anywhere. Just sign up to it. You can be anywhere in the world. Say you're at your phone and you're connected to anywhere in the world. You can link it to your laptop as well. You can use it on all these different devices, all these different platforms. You can use it for all everyday life, guys. It really is the best. And also you can use it on every device and every streaming service there is around. Private internet access, you can use it on all your devices, from your PlayStation to your TV to your laptop, but it's not just stuck to one. If somebody gets private internet access, you can use it unlimitedly, or everyone can use it. It's worldwide, everywhere from Australia to Canada. Your private internet is kept, your IP address is kept private, and they do shred all the information that they get from you. They have over 30 million subscribers already that use VPN. They're 4.5 stars on Trustpilot. That is private internet access. It is the channel sponsor. It is the sponsor of this show as well, guys. So do hit the subscription below. The link is in the description. Do that. It helps them, but they help us because we get a little bit out of it as well for everyone that signs up. And it does, and it helps us grow, and it helps us get new equipment or new graphics or whatever to keep the show on the road as well. Pick up your memberships as well, guys, because we are going to start bringing in members only shows as well. Like Tottenham Team Talk is now a members only show. So pick up your members if you want the build up before the big game on Thursday. And also, if you can, I know times are hard out there. I know times are hard. Inflation's up. Christmas is coming up. Everyone's now going to be saving for Christmas. But if you do send in an old super chat or a super sticker, it does help the channel grow. It helps keep us doing what we love doing, which is talking football. It keeps me, Tequila, Colin, and Boris all in doing what we love doing. Yeah, and it keeps the ball rolling. But please do hit the description. Do get your memberships. They're as cheap as from 99 cents, guys. We've tried to make it as cheap as possible. There is a lot of member stuff that's going to be coming up in the near future. Starting with, of course, Tottenham Team Talks is now going to be a members-only build-up show. And then we'll be doing a few more members-only shows. As we get more members, as we carry on, there'll be a members fan show as well, guys. So do please do that for us. It does mean a hell of a lot to us when you do it, and it means a lot to all of us. We've got this one from Neil. The good thing about Staveley is she can become the face of Spurs ownership, who's had a personality, is very approachable in comparison to Dr. Evil News. Be good or bad, easier to say. Yeah, do you know what? That's a very good point. Amanda Staveley is like a very approachable person, and she would be the great face of the ownership. And I think that's what we need. Us as fans just want to know what's going on. We seem to, with Levy, everything's kept close to the chest, and maybe that's how he does things. But when you run a football club, the fans should know what's going on, and this is where our supporters trust should come in and do their bit. Find out what's going on and let us know. But they're so busy taking the cake out of what Levy's given them, they just don't give a shit about our fans. Where are they about the old concessions for the elderly fans? Where are they? That should never have happened in the first place. And I think every time Levy gets ahead and he starts to get a bit of favour back with the fans, there's always a PR on goal. And the supporters trust for me don't do enough. They don't do enough for us fans, and they don't do enough to help us fans understand what's going on at our football club. It's our football club. It's not Daniel Levy's football club. He may own the name, he may own the stadium and that, but deep down, we are the football club. And that's what really pisses me off. It really does. Beyond 72, Billy Bond, Sir Trevor Brookin, Frank McAnevy, Joe Cole, can you hear me? Your boys took one hell of a beating. Yes, they did. They did. I should have started with that, and I will start with that later. Good performance. Kulu was my man of the match. Yeah, he's my man of the match as well. Fair play to Ange Madness. It was a good tactical move, and that's what it was. It was a tactical move. He wasn't working. And as I said before, you look at matches today last night, and I watched it. The 2 10s just didn't work in the midfield. It just didn't work. And once you put a number 8 in there, it gives you that balance, and it gives you that number 10 more freedom to do what he does best, which is setting up the strikers. Because you've got 2 holding sort of midfielders in there to cover the defensive work. So it gives Kulu more license, like a free roll sort of thing. So for me, look, I think a lot of people have criticised Ange for not having the balls to make tactical decisions early. Well, he made one yesterday. You saw the second half. The end of the first half, he said to Sark, right, you're on. Because he knew full well it wasn't working. So fair play to him. Simply A's, yeah, Kulu was excellent. He's our creative machine now. Maddison, he's using Maddison. Look, I've always liked Maddison, and I always wanted him at Tottenham, but I just feel a bit disappointed by him. I don't know. Maddison has the talent, but has he got the willing? And I don't think he has got the willing. Some got the crucial third goal cushion that we needed against Brighton. That is so true. Absolutely so true. Maddison is not difficult to control. He's rarely growing weekly in his influence, and being a team first team, 23 captain of Sweden, he's a player, but he is a future captain for me. Kulu is a future captain, Tottenham Hotspur, and he should be put into that leadership group. I really do believe that. Big up to Tequila. It says, I actually think Maddison may not be here. I agree with that. I think he could be gone next summer. And now we've got the likes of Mikey Moore. We've got the likes of Kulu and other players. I think the likes of Werner and Maddison could be gone by next summer. I mean, they should cancel Werner's contract now and just send him back to RB Leipzig. Just with a little note saying could do a hell of a lot better. Big up to Simply Ace. Maddison has a lot of potential, but I'm sorry he's playing like a bomb. He is, and that's the problem. He's got so much potential that it's unreal. But he is playing woeful at the moment. He really is. They are, absolutely spot together. I can't wait to get back. And we are actually going to do a show, the Keyless Demopodis on Ange. And I'm looking forward to doing that show with you, Tequila, when you get back. So, because that's going to be a cracker of a show. I forget what we were doing it on. It will come to me later, but I know we will do one on Ange. So, maybe private message me and let me know, and I'll get that sorted out for you for when you come back. What's the crack with Spence? We give him a new contract. It still doesn't. He got a slight knock in training. That's why he wasn't within the squad yesterday. But I think he's going to be fit for Thursday. You may see him start on Thursday, actually. And I hope he does, because I think Spence is a bit of a redemption story in a way. Agreed, Tequila. I think Maddison may be on borrowed time. Good players, but not on our main. I think Maddison's going to be more of a squad player than he is a first-team star. I think Kulu's now making the point. Start me, boss. I'm better than Maddison, and he's doing a better job as well, in my view. The new contract has a strip in it, Wayne. It's a non-appearance fee only when Spence would sign. Only way. Oh, I didn't realise that. So, is it? Let me get this right, Tequila. Is it a pay-as-you-play sort of contract? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you mean? Is it a pay-as-you-play contract? So put it into the chat if that's what you mean. I think that's what you mean. But let me know if you do. We've got Spence. Spence is a good player. So look, Jed Spence came at a wrong time at Tottenham. If he was to come under Pochettino or Postecoglou, I think you would see a different Spence. I'm glad he's making a redemption, and I think he's a good backup. I think he's got the talent. I really do. And I think Conte just used him. And I think he was a pawn between Levy and Conte. I really do. And I feel sorry for the lad. If you had that going around, then you would be your head would get fucked. But look, he's a squad player. Why did they name him in the Europa League squad is beyond me. I think that was a bit daft. But look, that might give him time playing in the League Cup and playing in the FA Cup. And he may get picked when the squads are named then for the second part of the Europa League. He may get named in that, so who knows? Big up to Wayne, as Tequila says, the less he plays, the more he gets. Wayne, but I get you. So no more. I get you. I get you. Tequila does say it here. No, more like if he doesn't play, he gets paid. I get you now. So if he doesn't play, I get you. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose it's a good way. When some plays we great, we win comfortably. Yeah. They need to get Sonny's contract runs out, and they've got now between now and January to activate that year's extension. We've got to keep him. We've got to keep Sonny. Kulu needs, yeah, that's so true, Tequila. It's so true. Kulu has a quite swagger and confidence and a competitive snarl that is very contagious. He's physically imposing, and it's a problem to knock off the ball. Like Solanke, he uses his side. He does. And I'll tell you one thing, Solanke's winning a lot of people over the way he's playing at the moment, guys. He really is. And I'm really impressed with him. But look, we've got to put the West Ham game now behind us. We won. We've got to look forward to AZ Alkmaar on Thursday. And we've got to look then towards Crystal Palace next weekend. These are the two important games. We've got three important games coming up. We've got AZ in the Europa League. Then we've got Crystal Palace, and then we've got Man City in the League Cup. Three important games where we need to win all three. Big Kulu's, yeah, we read all that. Listen, guys, well, that is it. That's all the breaking news. I will end the show as I started it, as I always do. It is that Amanda Staveley's purchase of a 12.5% stake in Tottenham is imminent. We're waiting on the breaking news. Once I get the green light, guys, I'll give you more information on this. And that's all I can do. I got the green light to give you this bit of news, and I thought, well, look, I'm coming on anyway, so I might as well just change the show around. But do please hit the like button. Please do hit the subscription button if you can as well. We are trying to get to 2K. I'm really chuffed. We reached 100 followers on TikTok last night. I'm absolutely, and that's from me, Tequila, Colin, and Carl as well, and Boris. Thank you so much for following us on there. This is going live on X. Yesterday we had 4,500 views on X watching us doing the watch along. And I can't get my head around 4,500 watching me and Boris doing the watch along. And you have no idea how much that means to me and Tequila, who's not well at the moment with COVID, and Colin as well, and Carl, who's part of the channel, and Boris as well. We're a family on here. We all look out for each other. And I get frustrated that I want to do more to help people, and sometimes I can't, and it really frustrates the hell out of me, because we're not just brothers on here. We're not just family. We are a family, and this is what this channel is always meant to be. It was meant to be somewhere where you can feel safe to come in here and talk Tottenham, and that's what it's always been. The DNA of this channel has always been to come in here. You can say what you want. You know you're going to get respected for your decision. And as long as you show respect to other people in the comments and respect the people that are running the shows, you're part of this family. And we're trying to get to 2K. That's our first step. My dream is to get to 100,000. And I know it's an impossible dream, but it's my dream. That's what keeps me going. And it keeps Tequila going. And it keeps Colin going. It keeps all of us going. I want to get that silver plaque. That silver YouTube plaque. That is my dream. So to get to 2K, guys, we're only 93 away. So please tell your family, tell your friends, tell everyone. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit the subscription button, guys. Let's get to 2K before Christmas. That would be the biggest Christmas present you can give all of us. And if you can, I really would appreciate that. Tequila, thank you so much, man. It means a hell of a lot. I miss you to bits. I miss my wingman. And I can't wait to get you back. I can't wait to get you back on streams with me again. You and me debating the latest football news. I really can. And look, it's lovely to see you in the chat, but I can't wait to get you back again and get Tequila we love back. And listen, man, if you need anything, you know where I am. I hope you feel better. And if you need me day or night, you know that. I'm always there for you. You're a brother and we're family. And that, you know, that's what I do. It's what I do. Look, he said, thanks for the show, Dermo. Everyone thank Dermo for doing this by himself. Big up, mate. Look, I do it for all of us. This is what I love, talking Tottenham. I just love sticking with my mates talking Tottenham. I'll be talking to myself, so I might as well talk to you lot. But thank you so much. And Simply Ace as well. Great show, Dermot. You should go for a role as a presenter. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. I don't like when my light flickers because I know we've got a bit of a storm coming through. And I feel we're going to lose my electricity. You better not lose it. Anyway, listen, guys, thank you all for watching. We are back tomorrow at 9 o'clock, of course, with the debate show. I think me and Boris, I think Colin will be on tomorrow. Hopefully Colin will be on as well. I know he's been busy as well. Colin, if you're watching, sir, big up. I know you've been busy as well. Tequila, feel better, son. Relax. Take it easy. Chill out. If you need anything, you know where I am. As always, Stig Senior. But some say he was the first man that landed on the moon. And also, some say he actually is secretly trying to buy Tottenham Hotspur away from Daniel Levy. All we know, he's called Tottenham Stig. And that is the breaking news. Come on, you Spurs. Big Andrew trust. Come on, Tottenham Stig. We miss you.